Prime Minister Modi discusses geopolitical problems with his Japanese counterpart. Both countries sign 6 pacts. All speculations put to rest, incumbent Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh to continue in his post. Union Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari advocates use of sugar to produce ethanol. In badminton, Lakshya Sen to take on world number 1 Victor Axelsen in final of All England Open 2022 later this evening. And in football, Border Lloyd Trophy matches to kick off from March 24th in 4 venues, 16 teams to take part. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Saraswati Singha bringing to you the stories in detail. In national news first, India and Japan have signed 6 agreements following delegation-level talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida in New Delhi. The agreements covered the domains of cyber security, clean energy, infrastructure development and urban development. Modi said Japan will invest 3.2 lakh crore rupees in India over the next 5 years. He said the world is still grappling with COVID-19 and its side effects. He said there are still hurdles in the process of global economic recovery. He said India-Japan Clean Energy Partnership will prove to be a decisive step in confronting the problem of climate change. India and Japan have expressed serious concern about the war and humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. In a joint statement, the two countries sought an immediate end to violence and a return to the path of dialogue and diplomacy to resolve the conflict.
नहीं है, इससे इंडो पैसिफिक क्षेत्र और पूरे विश्व के स्तर पर भी पीस, प्रॉस्पेरिटी और स्टेबिलिटी को प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा। अब हम अपने महत्वाकांक्षाओं को और बढ़ाने का निर्णय लिया है और आने वाले 5 वर्षों में 5
Moving on to Northeast now, in Manipur, N. Biren Singh, the acting Chief Minister, was on Sunday unanimously elected as the leader of the BJP Legislature Party and will continue as the Chief Minister of the state. The announcement was made by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who is also the central observer at the party office in Imphal. Sitharaman said it is a good decision taken unanimously by everyone. It will ensure that Manipur has a stable and responsible government because the centre today under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi gives special attention to northeastern states. Party's observer and co-observer for Manipur, Nirmala Sitharaman and Kiren Rijiju, along with BJP in charge for the state, B.L. Santosh, arrived in Imphal this morning. A meeting was held at party's state head office this afternoon, which arrived at the decision. In Assam, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma today visited the Jongal Balahu Gar in Roha, named after the great king of the Tiwa community, Jongal Balahu. He said the state government has undertaken a comprehensive project to make the rampart an attractive tourist destination with the addition of various components, the estimated cost of which is more than 50 crore rupees. The government will also undertake necessary measures to accord national hero status to the legendary Tiwa king and warrior.
মই ইয়াতে তিৱা হিত সভাৰ অনুষ্ঠানত যোগ দিব আহিছিলো তাতে মই ৰাইজক কৈছিলো যে জোঙাল বলহু গৰক বা ইয়াৰ সমগ্ৰ এৰিয়াটোক এটা সুন্দৰ পৰ্যটক স্থলীলৈ ৰূপান্তৰ কৰাৰ বাবে ৰাজ্য চৰকাৰ
And now it's time for a short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
ये विशाल है ना, इसका सब प्रॉपर चलता है।
कल उसके बैंक अकाउंट में 15,000 रुपए का फ्रॉड हुआ है, पता है?
इसको तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं होती है, देखना।
टेंशन क्यों? मेरी कोई गलती नहीं थी। फिर भी फ्रॉड होने पर मैंने तुरंत बैंक को इन्फॉर्म कर दिया। आरबीआई कहता है अगर आपके अकाउंट से किसी ने धोखे से पैसे निकाले हैं तो बैंक को जल्द से जल्द इन्फॉर्म कीजिए। 3 दिन के अंदर इन्फॉर्म किया तो कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा। जितना लेट करोगे उतना ज्यादा नुकसान। और सुन, सब चलता नहीं है, प्रॉपर चलाना पड़ता है। आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Welcome back. Highlighting the increase in sugarcane production in the country, Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari today underscored the need for reducing consumption of sugar and instead use it to produce ethanol. Addressing the Sugar and Ethanol India Conference 2022 in Mumbai, he said total petroleum imports in India at present is 8 lakh crore rupees, which is expected to become 25 lakh crore rupees in next 5 years. He said importing petroleum products to the tune of 25 lakh crore rupees would create an economic difficulty. Not only that, he said it will lead to new problems due to influx of fossil fuels at such a high magnitude. The conclave was organized by Chini Mandi News, an information portal for the sugar and allied industries. The meeting discussed the way forward to building a more innovative and sustainable sugar and ethanol sector in India.
शुगर केन का प्रोडक्शन बढ़ रहा है और इसलिए आने वाले समय में इसी प्रकार की परिस्थिति होगी, ऐसी संभावना नहीं है और इसलिए स्वाभाविक रूप से शुगर को कम करना और इथेनॉल में शुगर को कन्वर्ट करना, इसके सिवा कोई इलाज नहीं है.
Today is World Sparrow Day. Every year, March 20th is observed as World Sparrow Day to raise awareness about the bird. The need for marking this day was felt due to the tremendous decrease in its population. The house sparrow is on the verge of extinction. The first World Sparrow Day was observed in 2010 in different parts of the world. Increased use of pesticides, change in the pattern of buildings and gardens missing from the houses have become the main factors why the number of sparrow has declined sharply in the past few years. Also, the radiation from the mobile and the TV towers has also been a cause of death of sparrows. Birds navigate by sensing the Earth's magnetic fields, and mobile radiations are known to disturb them. In Meghalaya, the Press Information Bureau, in collaboration with the Shillong Press Club, organized Vartalap, a workshop exclusively for media persons on union and state budgets in Shillong on Saturday. C. Songye, GST Commissioner, Shillong, attended the program as a chief guest. Professor Neelam Rani, Associate Professor, Finance, IIM Shillong, dwelled on various aspects of the union budget. Dr. D. War Thankyu, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, NEHU, elaborately spoke on the union budget and the state budget.
Aspects of GST and how it is implemented in the state. At the outset of the program, Gopachi Das, Media and Communication Officer P.
In badminton, India's Lakshya Sen will take on world number 1 Victor Axelsen of Denmark in the men's singles final of the All England Open 2022 in Birmingham this evening. The match is likely to start around 8:30 p.m. Sen moved into finals following a hard-fought win over defending champion Lee Zizia of Malaysia. Sen stunned Lee 21-13, 12-21, 21-19 to reach the summit clash. Top seed Axelsen, on the other hand, defeated 4th seeded Chao Tin Shen in straight games 21-13, 21-15 to reach the final. Sen and Axelsen have met 5 times earlier, with the world number 1 winning 4 times and the Indian winning just the once in the most recent meeting in Germany. In more sports news, the 68th edition of the Bordeloy Trophy Football Championship will kick off in 4 venues, which include Guwahati, Korora in Baihata Chariali, Gilakuri in Sipajar and Taikajora in Chirang district from March 24th. This was announced at a press conference in Guwahati today. Media Secretary of the Guwahati Sports Association, Drubajyoti Kalita, said altogether 16 teams will take part in the prestigious tournament. Guwahati will host the Group A matches at Judges Field, while Korora will host the Group B matches. Group C matches will be held in Gilakuri and Group D matches in Tikachora, said Pula Goswami, JSA President. The champions will take away a prize money of 2 lakh rupees, while the runners-up will bag a cash prize of 1 lakh rupees. The final match will be held on the 3rd of April in Nehru Stadium. The Central Ice Hockey team of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, representing AIPSCB, won the IHAI National Ice Hockey Championship for Men 2022, defeating ASCB team in the final match by 3-1 in Kaza, Himachal Pradesh. The Central Ice Hockey team of the ITBP is now the champion. In Meghalaya, continuing with the celebrations of the 83rd Raising Day of CRPF, a program was held at the Martyrs Memorial in premises of Group Centre, Shillong. On the occasion, Vinay Kumar Rai, DIG NES, CRPF laid a wreath at the Martyrs Memorial and paid rich tributes to all the brave hearts of the force who had laid down their lives for the nation. He said the force is resolutely committed to serve the nation with all its might. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Modi discusses geopolitical problems with his Japanese counterpart. Both countries signed 6 pacts. All speculations put to rest. Incumbent Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh to continue in his post. Union Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari advocates use of sugar to produce ethanol. In badminton, Lakshya Sen to take on world number 1 Victor Axelsen in the final of All England Open 2022 later this evening. And in football, Borderloy Trophy matches to kick off from March 24th in 4 venues, 16 teams to take part. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.